When you think of Busch Gardens Williamsburg and its roller coasters, chances are that a family wooden roller coaster doesn't come to your mind. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has been primarily known for its steel roller coasters, but it does have a good wooden roller coaster called InvadR. InvadR opened in 2017 in the New France section of the park and is the park's only wooden roller coaster. It was manufactured by Great Coasters International, or GCI, and while it is not the biggest ride out there, InvadR is still a fun ride. This is our full-length, in-depth review of InvadR and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Busch Gardens Williamsburg to ride this coaster. Now, let's get into the review. InvadR is located towards the back of the park over by the Caribou train station and the entrance to the Lescout log flume. In fact, this coaster travels over and around the train tracks in that section of the park and under parts of Lescout. When you approach this coaster, you are greeted with a wooden ride sign displaying the ride name and logo. There is also a large wooden Viking-themed battering ram with a wooden dragon head. To access the entrance queue, you walk underneath the battering ram structure and into a separately dedicated plaza. Before you enter the queue, you see some Viking shields and the train test seat towards the right and lockers for your belongings towards the left. You will also see the ride station, which is themed to a fortress surrounded by all these defensive structures, including large logs piked into the ground to create the walls. As you make your way up to the station, you will walk underneath the track leading out of the station and alongside the coaster's lift hill, which creates a cool visual. On quieter days, you will immediately proceed up some stairs into the station. On busier days, you will have to go through the ride's extended queue section, which wraps underneath the lift hill and the log flume. When you get into the station, you will see some additional theming, including Viking shields labeling the train's rows. You will also see one of InvadR's two 8-car, 16-passenger GCI Millennium Flyer trains. One of these trains is teal or turquoise, while the other is brown with an almost wood finish. Once you have boarded your train, secured your lap bar restraints, and cleared dispatch, you proceed out of the station to start your ride. While most roller coasters exit the station and travel along a straight track before climbing the lift hill, InvadR does not do that. When you leave the station, you enter a small dip and then go into a right-hand turn, followed by a short section of straight track and another right-hand turn up onto the lift hill. And these two pre-lift right-hand turns have some good laterals. At the top of the lift hill, you enter a small dip before taking a left-hand unbanked turn, followed by a short section of straight track, which goes over a small bunny hill up into a 74-foot first drop. This first drop delivers a decent amount of airtime. It is also a cool moment because it is entirely enclosed in a tunnel and travels through a trough. Out of the first drop, you fly up into a right-hand banked turn and briefly straighten before flying over the first airtime hill. Off that airtime hill, you fly immediately over another airtime hill before taking a right-hand banked turn up into another airtime hill. You then enter another right-hand banked turn, followed by a left-hand banked turn, which climbs into an airtime hill, banking towards the left. This is a cool moment because it combines lateral forces with a brief pop of airtime. Out of that left-hand turn, you fly over another airtime hill before turning slightly towards the left, up into a bunny hill, and then into a half bunny hill, followed by a banked right-hand turning downhill helix. As you climb that helix, you go over one more banked airtime hill before reaching the final brakes and thus completing your ride. Right before you return to the station, you go past a message on the building that says La Victoire. InvadR is definitely a family coaster. That said, it has some fun moments. First drop and larger airtime hills have some good flowjector airtime, and those banked turns add some good laterals. While you will not get insane airtime, you will definitely get some airtime. And InvadR's airtime varies depending on where you sit. You definitely get the best airtime off the first drop while sitting towards the back of the train. But you actually get some good airtime pops on those first airtime hills and those climbs into the banked turns while sitting towards the front of the train. For a GCI family coaster, InvadR offers a great mix of forces that everyone can appreciate and enjoy. Aside from the ride experience, InvadR has a great theme. It ramps the wooden concept up to 11. Nearly everything about this coaster revolves around the wooden concept, even the queue. Busch Gardens also attended to detail. When you return to the station, you will see a Viking helmet with an arrow going through it, pinning it to the outside of the building. And if you look closely enough, the entire arrow is there, including the arrowhead on the other side of the wall. While there are lockers outside the entrance queue, you need not buy the locker if you don't want to, as there are small baskets in the station that you can put your loose articles in while you are riding. One last comment, InvadR's Viking theme is pretty spot on, especially if you have seen the settlement exhibition in Iceland, one of the exhibits showcasing the Viking Age. Overall, InvadR is a good family coaster and a great wooden coaster addition to a park that really needed one before 2017. It gives an enjoyable ride for all guests and is actually relatively smooth for a wooden roller coaster. For our final score, we give InvadR a 7 out of 10. It is one of those coasters that offers a great step up for younger guests as they build up to the larger, more thrilling coasters in the park. While Dark Coaster is a slightly more thrilling family coaster, InvadR is still quite good given the different ride experience. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden InvadR at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.